What is going on, Bucks fans? Evan wanted to share back at you with yet another video talking about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know that the 2023 season is quickly approaching. However, I wanted to take a look and just a quick look. We're not going to be spending too much time in depth on this, but I want to take a look at next year's free agency clash for the Buccaneers. And before this upcoming season begins, who are the pending free agents that the Buccaneers may have to re-sign if they choose to? And let me tell you right now, the list is long. It is a long list with a lot of names, a lot of big names on it. So, of course, the Buccaneers probably won't be able to re-sign all of these players, but they also won't have to let all of them walk to free agency either. So good chance a lot of them stay, a decent chance some leave. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And for a couple of the bigger guys, we might do individual videos talking a little bit more in depth about those guys and their contract situations. So we're just going to list them here and then talk about the list as a whole. Then in future videos, we'll go back and we'll talk about the bigger names. So without further ado, let's get started. This is from spotrack.com, and this is as of this video is being recorded on July 8th. So, guys can agree to contract extensions at any point. So, this is just the free agents right now. So, we got Mike Evans, who it's been reported. We even put a video out on the channel that the Buccaneers and Mike Evans are working on a contract extension. We'll see how much longer he's even on this list, but he is scheduled to be a free agent. So, Mike Evans, Devin White, who obviously had the trade request, Levante David, Baker Mayfield, Greg Gaines, Matt Filer, Antoine Winfield Jr., Aaron Stinney, Pat O'Connor, Ryan Neal, Chase Edmonds, David Moore, John Walford, Deidre Sennett, Keyshawn Vaughn, Zach Triner, Chase McLaughlin, Cam Gill, Nick Leverett, and then we get into the RFAs, and actually, Nick Leverett and Cam Gill are both RFAs. So the difference between an RFA, a restricted free agent, and an unrestricted free agent. An unrestricted free agent, once they go to free agency, they can sign with any team, and it's gone. Like they sign with that team, they're gone. In restricted free agency, the team places a tender on that player. Now, if the player wants to still test free agency and sign a deal with a team, the Bucs, I believe, that would have to be given some sort of compensation for that. And also, a team can place a tender on a player, but then take back the tender. And that actually happened this past offseason when the Buccaneers signed Ryan Neal. Ryan Neal was a restricted free agent, and the Seahawks placed a tender on him. A few weeks later, they rescinded the tender, and then the Buccaneers were able to sign him as an unrestricted free agent. So the restricted free agents are Cam Gill, Nick Leverett, D. Delaney, Rodrigo Blankenship, who's just recently signed. He may not win the kicking job, so we'll see. David Wells is an earned rights free agent, so that means they're basically coming back. Brandon Walton's an earned rights free agent. John Molshon, CJ Brewer, and Devin Tompkins are all earned rights free agents. So not many in the way of restricted free agents or even earned rights free agents, but a lot of UFAs and a lot of big names like Mike Evans, Devin White, Levante David. I mean, say what you want. Like Baker Mayfield's still a big name. Antoine Winfield Jr., of course, and even guys like a Ryan Neal, who's expected to play pretty big role in this defense this upcoming season. So I'm very curious to see how the Buccaneers are able to manage this. They sort of, they took the kick on the chin, this past offseason with Tom Brady's dead cap hit coming into play. Didn't have a lot of cap space to work with. So I do expect them to be able to work with it a little bit better next offseason. I think that's why they were sort of relieved that, like, okay, they could just take the full 35 million this offseason. That 35 million for Brady comes off the books completely. So they do have a decent bit of salary cap room for next season. Now, that being said, you have a lot of cap space. You saw the list of players. You need to sign those players, and it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap to sign those guys. And right now, there's questions about Devin White, and there's questions about Levante David. Maybe not like will he be worth it? Is he going to play again? Does he decide to play another year? How will Ryan Neal do? Does he deserve to get another contract? The big one's how does Baker Mayfield do? Because if Baker Mayfield wins the job and then performs similar to like a Geno Smith, you could see him maybe sign a contract similar to Geno Smith. So it'd be very interesting to see how it all shapes out. Let me know what you guys think about the free agency class. Like I said, this was just a quick video overviewing the list. We're going to get into individual videos about guys like Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield, Antoine Winfield Jr., Levante David, maybe even like a Ryan Neal, because I think a guy like Ryan Neal is a guy who, right now, when you're looking at that list, might not be the biggest name, but depending on how he plays, he could really, really shine and really bump up his price, which for the Buccaneers wouldn't be great, but at the same time, hey, it would mean he played well. So it'd sort of be a two sides there. So let me know what you guys think about the Buccaneers free agency class. Let me know if you think that they're going to be able to sign a lot of these guys. Let me know if you think that they're going to let a lot of these guys walk. I think a lot of it depends on how the 2023 season shapes out. Of course, it's difficult to have the let walk or resign conversation right now before you get to see these guys play. So I know it's difficult, but let me know, like, if do you have any like must keeps, right? Do you have any players that you're like, no matter what, like these guys have to be in Buccaneers uniform in 2024? Like, is there any of those players? I think there's a couple that you guys are gonna list. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and talk soon.